Here we go. April 27th. April 27th. Pretty good. Pretty good even number for a Tuesday. 27. 1, 2, 3. How's your guys' beginning of the week coming along? Pretty good? Mitchell Cornet. Cornet. Sheesh. What am I drinking today? I'm drinking water, my friend. I gotta get in shape for the season. Happy Tuesday is you, Ming Daddy. Happy Tuesday to you. Yeah, Ned Doherty, that's a pretty good hybrid. I mean, Wilson NXT, which is a very expensive multi-filament with an ISO-speed baseline control. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to save money or not. But yeah, go ahead. If you want something cheaper than the Wilson NXT, try Wilson Sensation. It's almost just as good as the NXT, but NXT is still top tier, along with Technofiber X1 Biphase and Technofiber Energy 2. Those two, and then Wilson NXT are the two best multi-filaments I've ever used in my life. I'm just being very, very careful with this string job because not only is it a subscribers, but it's, if you guys can see the animation on the bottom right, it's Babolat RPM Blast 18 gauge on this racket. Yes, I am playing in Summer League. I'm actually gonna get Ira, Scott, Adam from Essential Tennis, and also Ian. I'm gonna try and recruit Ian from Essential Tennis to be on my 4-5 State League team. That'll be fun. Clash 98, I've never played with it. One of my subscribers, not this one, but another subscriber that connected with me in the Milwaukee area gave me a Wilson Clash 98 Tour to demo. So when I have some time, I'm definitely gonna try and play around with that. Jesus. Oh yeah, Biphase is not cheap. Yeah, that would be a stacked tennis team. Agreed. Yo, Tag, apparently Nissans are like super good cars, almost as good as and reliable as Subarus. So congrats on that big boy Pathfinder. Congrats, man. How'd you find it? Dealership, or did you go through like back channel communications? Rednick Baga, I used to play with a Blade V7 18x20. It's a good oriented stick. Obviously very tight string pattern, but you still get some topspin off of it. Really good for flattening out shots. Not so much for kick serve or spin serves. Yeah, I'll let you guys know if I play around with the Clash 98. Yeah, I heard that the whole Clash line, it's super flexible. And because it's way more flexible than people imagined, it's a freaking rocket launcher, dudes. Ah, Tag's got the inside. He's got the insider scoop. Review it, maybe. I mean, I'm so backlogged right now with everything. In all honesty, I might not even do an E-Zone 98 review. Or my current head racket review, just because I'm so backlogged with everything I want to do for you guys. Ugh, stupid 18 gaugers. I'm starting to get pissed off at this Wise tensioner. I might have to give him a call. Keeps on slipping. What's up, Michael L? How are you doing, my man? If Christian does the E-Zone review, the issue is he's sponsored by Yonex, so it's going to be biased automatically. Birthday celebration was good, Michael L, but as for the liver, who knows? It might be way beyond repair at this point. Yeah, all Yonex kit. Is University of Delaware a powerhouse? NTAN's 2021 or 21-21? Don't know too much about the. I didn't even know there was a University of Delaware, to be honest. What kind of gaming do I do? I used to be huge into World of Warcraft, but I quit that. I was playing Outriders for a bit, but and this is all on PC. Outriders for me was crashing, and I still haven't figured out why. So I gotta pay Brian, who's a very smart guy, to be able to troubleshoot why it's crashing so freaking much. Like, it legitimately pisses me off. Caliber Wolf, Yonex fanboy. Is Caliber Wolf on Discord? Is he a huge Yonex fanboy? Huh. Does University of Delaware both have men's and women's? Oh yeah, any Luxlon string is toast in like 3 hours. Plus, there's normally a break-in period for the polyesters, so I don't understand why normal human beings that aren't making millions of dollars a year are using Luxlon. I always try to steer people away from that to save you guys some money, in all honesty. Most difficult string to string is probably, other than natural gut, Slinko barbed wire. It's absolutely atrocious. It's the worst string ever. I should start charging my friends an extra $5 a racket if they want me to do Solinco barbed wire. Uh, 4G soft? Huh. Why not just try Luxilon Polytour Pro at that point instead of Luxilon 4G soft? Polytour Pro is much cheaper. What's up, Bedroom Punk? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Really glad you enjoyed it. I decided to spend a few more hours than normal to do that type of trailer. I had a lot of fun with it. Raven, have you tried like other string manufacturers besides Luxilon? I'm trying to save you some money, my friend. Yeah, Rieger, you tell him. Preach to the choir. God damn it, tennis head. Got some slippage problems. See, look at that. It's ridiculous. How often do I work on my footwork? Basically every single time I'm on court. Oh, is ISO speed still out of stock on Tennis Warehouse? Sorry about that. Oopsie daisy. Moving markets, one string at a time. I don't know, definitely not Luxilon Smart, Luke Penley. Probably a stiffer string because all the Wilson clashes tend to be very flexible, a little too powerful. So a softer string would definitely be like a trampoline on a trampoline type of effect. See, what the hell is that? Hyper-G would be a good choice in my opinion, just based looking at the specs. Christopher Dang, the karate video that Ian live streamed today and was reacting to definitely did not change my mind on tennis coaches. I personally think that that karate video is definitely just like a troll or passion project. It's not actually for informative value. Never tried the gravity line. N-Tans 2121. Christmas themed racket? I guess. I haven't tried the Tour line strings yet. No, howdy, I have not. Tennis game's going well, Ken Harris, thank you. Today was kind of a busy day. Been having a lot of sleep problems, so you know, part of that was like me projecting on the trailer that I did, that I released earlier today. So I've been waking up a lot later than I should be. I haven't had time to work out, unfortunately. I haven't had time to play as much tennis or hang out with you guys, so I don't know, I just gotta get my act together and just wake the hell up when my alarm goes off instead of hitting snooze all the frickin' time. I've been working on the serve toss, Reeker Boy, on my serve, and I've been working on faster forearm pronation. Reviewer minions? Ming Dady, that's gonna be a bit, my man. It's gonna be a bit before I hire employees for any type of team. More likely to win a challenger? I would think Fat Sock would have a better chance than Lord Tomic. Coffee alarm clock. Do they have those on Amazon, Ming Dady? Yeah, Biorhythm's a bitch. All right, see you, Ned Doherty. Have a good one. Happy hitting. The Wilson naked lines, well, first of all, it's a PR move because I personally don't think a company would actually care about the environment if they do this thing just for one day. My opinion, not gonna get into that tangent. But I'm not gonna pay $500 frickin' for a regular tennis racket that's painted slightly differently. If anything, those naked rackets should cost less than the normal line because there's no paint on them. That's my opinion though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. My strings for my match with Christian, Michael. I'll put it in the video. I was using Tier 1's Black Knight, strung at 55 pounds on my racket. But they'll plant trees. So why does a corporation like Wilson need you as a regular consumer buy a $450 racket that should be worth only $200 on the market in the US to plant a tree? That's my opinion. Oh yeah, Marcelo Bars is absolutely virtue signaling. Well, in my opinion, if you really want to, okay, so like, here's the thing. I didn't read too much into it, but the thing is, if Wilson really wants to, you know, promote greener alternatives, and they've done actually a pretty good job, in my opinion, with the Trinity balls, right? They're not perfect, but they're good for group drills. I use them all the time. But if Wilson really wants to do something for like the environment, and again, I'm not going into political rant, but this is my opinion. You shouldn't be selling a racket that requires actually less materials, because if it's naked, let's just assume naked means no paint job, right? Well, why not just skip the painting process? Why not just do your racket manufacturing line like normal and take a small batch of the rackets per line and just not paint them, right? And sell them for the same, if not maybe a little bit less. If you want people to buy into this whole green idea and also have them plant plant trees, but in my opinion, Wilson should really just plant trees because it's good. They shouldn't hang it over your head like a carrot on a stick if you're a horse. Say, hey, here, buy this racket, we'll plant one tree. It doesn't make sense. They should do it because it's good. Or they should do it because they believe it's good for the environment. They shouldn't use it as a marketing scam. Oh, thanks, Uncensored. Thank you for the donation. I'll use it for my coffee tomorrow morning on the way to work. I'm glad you guys are enjoying my content. That's like the equivalent of me saying, I need 10,000 subscribers, otherwise I'm not going to be reviewing any more polyester tennis strings. It doesn't work that way. I'm doing it when I have time, and I'm doing it because I think it's important for you guys to know this information, because no one else on YouTube, no one else in the world is doing what I do. I know I'm flexing a little bit, but like, I'm doing it because I care, and I'm doing it because I'm helping you guys. I'm not doing it because of some virtue signaling incentive. A hot tub stream? Okay, this is not OnlyFans. This one's a bitch. No, I'm definitely not making an OnlyFans. It's obviously just a joke. Dejan Karios, if we planted one tree for every Zverev double fault, I'm pretty sure the whole world will look like the Amazon rainforest right now. All right, almost done with the hard one. Thankfully, the other one's ISO speed baseline control 16 gauge. So there's not going to be any slippage problems. top 3 DQs of all time. Djokovic in the 2020 US Open. David Nalbandian at Queens against Marin Cilic. What was the other DQ? I can't think of a third one. Oh, this is before Medvedev got big. Medvedev got DQ'd at a challenger tournament against Donald Young for what most people would consider not a racial slur, but kind of like a racist incident, almost like Leighton Hewitt. Go and YouTube it. I'm not going to play it on here. I don't want to get too controversial. But those are the top 3 tennis DQs in my opinion. Yeah, uncensored. I've had a lot of people switch from the ISO speed, from RPM Blast to ISO speed, correct. Oh yeah, Ross Brides, you're right, you're right. Yep, that's, completely forgot about that. Denis Shapovalov. Oh, a cardboard on the vise. I'll try next time. Woo! Just got a payday. Wow, Flashy 23, a sophomore in high school that's an 11 UTR. He's definitely D1 full ride status, possibly even semi-pro professional level. Good for him. I've never hit with Joseph Smith. I've never hit with the Weiss Canon Ultra Cable, but apparently it's a spin monster. RPM Blast, the ISO speed baseline control if you're using the RPM Blast 16 gauge Barat Salvade. Asterion 17, if I were you, I would do a soft polyester on the mains, such as a Text Fiber Razor Code or the Yonex Polytour Pro on the mains, and then a relatively cheap but yet soft poly like the Wilson Sensation on the crosses. Christopher Dang, I'm not going to weigh in actual tennis matches because I personally think it's disrespectful. And believe it or not, that's not me. I was kind of doing it, just not to troll Mike, but I was looking at my phone on. I was looking at Discord on my phone in the changeovers, and Karen, Zach, who are my moderators, and a lot of other people were saying, "Dude, just buey," and it worked. It did, but I'm not going to do that in a real tennis match. Ming Deity, I will have more content with Micah Babel. I did an interview with her on my channel. Check that out if you guys haven't already. Former number 27 in the world. I just have so much in my backlog that I've got to push other things out for you guys. But eventually I will. I will be doing a collaboration with more collaborations with Micah Babel, Saria Tennis, Acing Tennis, and hopefully Tennis Troll. What string gauge? I would go try 17 first, Reeker Boy, on a 18x20 closed string pattern. RPM rough. Woo! I hated that string so much. I am going to Atlanta, Ming Deity, but it's still in the planning. But I will be going to Atlanta sometime this year, so don't you worry about that. I'll let you guys know as soon as I finalize the details. I hated RPM Rough because it was stupid expensive. It had really good spin, but it was absolutely horrible on my arm. I can't imagine playing with that in a real match. I started at 55 pounds, but I string everything playtest at 55 pounds. Oh yeah, Luke Penley. Micah Babel has a lot of passion for the game. A lot of passion for the game. I just gotta, you know, she's obviously transitioning to do YouTube stuff, so hoping I can help her with that part of her journey. Thanks, X Denny. Are you in the Mississauga, Toronto area by any chance? I think we talked about this from like a live stream like two or 3 months ago. What is Bue? Bue is Andrew Rublev, Ron Loviolette. Andrei Rublev's signature grunt. I didn't see Moritoglu's showdown. Was it recent? Lesson with a one-hander Atlanta, maybe. We'll see how the trip goes. Tony Vu, I use my, I'll actually show you right now. It's actually out on my workbench. GoPro Hero 8 Black for my match play footage. Oh, and don't get me wrong, again, I can say this because I'm not sponsored at all. This camera flippin' sucks. I hate this thing. Only reason I use it is because it's cheap compared to like a real camera, and it can withstand a beating from like a tennis ball or snowboarding or stuff like that. But it's such a horrible, horrible camera. Horrible camera. Do I think Federer can win Wimbledon? Yeah, he can, but I don't think he will. I think, in all honesty, this is coming from a Federer fan. I don't think Federer's going to win another Grand Slam. Anyone can upset, I don't think anyone can upset Rafa at Roland Garros for the next 10 years. I will be customizing my racket, Ken Harris. Don't you worry. I will be. Just I haven't had time yet. For me, it's I would say swing weight. You know, the balance, the combination between static weight and then how head light a racket is. Nishikori to top 10. I think Nishikori can make it to the top 10 again. Yeah, I get a GoPro for the match play footage. Just, you really don't have any other choice, unfortunately. It's just a piece of crap, absolutely piece of crap frame, or camera. Yeah, Dylan Valentine. Let's just say my subscriber Tristan did not have a good matchup with me. Yeah, I've strung a lot of head prestiges around La Violette. They were fine. A little tight string pattern. Even the grommet that was like all around the head. It was difficult, but it was fine. It's still a lot better than Prince rackets. Ken Harris, I like tennis shoes with 6-month durability guarantees. Mukbang, I'm thinking about doing Hot Wings mukbang on a stream one of these days if I don't have rackets to string. Yeah, the comment sections weren't exactly nice for the most part to him, but it's the reality of the internet. I have not tried the Weiss Ultra cable, Max Smith. My BJ bar tab was just under 700 bucks. Donors for a kidney transplant. Thanks, Ron. Oh, someone's challenging me? Vince Tennis? What was the guy's name? I'll look it up on the stream if you want after I string the racket. Michael L. It's coming out this, should be out this Friday. Oh, CJ Cobb, Tier 1 Black Knight all the way. I love the Tier 1 Black Knight. It's my string of choice right now. Oh yeah, according to the internet, Federer's a 2-5, maybe a 3-0 on grass, and Nadal might be a 4-5 on clay court. Not anytime soon. I'm doing a lot of practice hitting sessions with Ian from Essential Tennis, but no actual matches in the works. I believe me and Ian are scheduling a doubles match. So I think it would be me and Scott Brody versus Ian and Ira sometime in the near future, recorded, obviously. So we'll take a look at that. What's up, Joffrey Foster? How you doing, my friend? Tag, yes, I would recommend lowering the tension because of the smaller head size and slightly tighter string pattern for an open string pattern racket. Ken Harris, for me, I play with a poly until it breaks unless I'm play testing it. So for me, a poly lasts anywhere between 3 to maybe 7 hours of straight hitting, depending on the quality of hitting and depending on the string itself. ISOspeed baseline is a lot softer than the Black Knight, but it has a lot less spin potential than the T1 Black Knight, because the T1 Black Knight is, I think it's 6-sided, has pretty good spin potential, a lot more than any round polyesters like the ISOspeed baseline control Eric Wang. What's up, Scott Healy? I'm not drinking any beer tonight because I got to get in shape. I haven't lifted in 5 days. So I got to start dieting better and running more because it's going to be a very fun summer for me, for tennis and you guys. Eric Wang, the Slinko Confidential is much more powerful than the Black Knight. The Black Knight has more spin potential, in my opinion, and is a lot more control-oriented because the Slinko Confidential, from what I can recall, after a break-in period has a really big trampoline effect. Right now I'm using the Head Radical Pro version 2019 with my string of choice being the T1 Black Knight strung at 55 pounds. Trevor, I'm good. I'm good. A lot of work to be done, a lot of editing to do, a lot of scripting to do. Busy but happy. The Hyper G Soft Max Smith is much softer than the Tour Bite Soft, no questions asked. What do you order from Taco Bell? Crunchwrap Supreme or the Chalupa Supremes. Make sure though you Uber Eats it because I don't want you driving under the influence. Yeah, we're working on that, Christopher Dang. We are. Some of my students included. I don't know what next video I'm going to post. It's either the Polytour Rev or the tennis string review, or actually, I can't even say this one. It's kind of a surprise. So I'm not going to say too much on the next one. But more realistically, it might be the part 1 of the Christian match, the trailer that I just released today. That's probably the most likely. What's up, Alexita? It was good. You having a bad week, Alex? Sorry, man. Sorry to hear. Oh yeah, I still have the Lacoste tennis shoes. It's hiding in the corner over there. Don't you worry. Now 48 pounds on Luxlon 4G16L for a 2018 Yonex V-Core 95 is not too high. David Ashman, you're fine. Spin G is good. No complaints so far. Not any major ones, obviously. Still got to do more testing on it. Yeah, I've not. I mean, I just got to write out the Polytour Rev, Mitchell Cornet. Ron Loviolette, I still like Yonex Polytour Pro. Still a big fan of that. I haven't played with the Clash technology, Ken Harris, so I honestly cannot comment. Although I did hear it's very, very flexible and very ARM-friendly from a lot of people, a lot of trusted sources. You and me both, Chairman. You and me both. I haven't tried any Technofiber rackets, Ming Deity. Although I did play with the T-Fight 315 way back in 2015. It was actually a really good racket. It was horrible, horrible for slices though. That was my only gripe with it. Racket reviews, not for a bit. The racket reviews is probably lowest my priority as of now. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit. My head radical is 16 by 19, Scott Healy. Really? How's the spin potential on the kick serve, Scott Healy? That's the biggest reason I currently don't use 18 by 20. I can't get enough spin on a kick serve with a closed string pattern. I play about 5 to 6 times a week. In all honesty, it's not even about how often I play. It's how many hours I play, because I sometimes do two days or even 3 days, depending on the day, for competitive match play and drills. The 11-minute, downloading it on your YouTube. Mundi Mitum Mosu, that's a tough one. Because I recorded the trailer when I recorded the trailer footage for the most part when I played Christian, right? That was a 10-minute trailer. Let's say it took 3 hours of recording of the match because it was a long match, and it was, I'll say, an hour for the B-roll of me and Christian being on court. So let's say that's 5 hours of just, and then I would say 4 hours of editing for that 10-minute video. Good, Chris McGovern. Glad I could help. True, Chairman, but racket reviews can also be subjective based on your playstyle and how high of a level player you are, right? And also with, you know, the racket, what's actually making contact with the ball. It's not the racket itself. The racket just carries the strings. It's the string that actually makes contact with the ball. It's a little bit far for me, Ron. And I don't exactly have a lot of PTO left, so I gotta save that in case of an emergency. Thanks, though. What's up, Ashley? Highest level tournaments I played. I played this money tournament in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, which is about an hour and a half north of Milwaukee. And my best I've ever done was I got to the second round and got absolutely destroyed by the number 4 seed, 1-0. I think the person that won it in 2019, obviously didn't happen in 2020. The person that won it in 2019 was a 23-year-old kid that played at Texas A&M, number 1, obviously, before he graduated. And he was, at the time, currently ranked 1,200 in the world. So that gives you an idea of the quality of tennis. What's up, Naomi? How are the donkeys? Racket better? For flat hitters, you actually want a closed string pattern. For topspin hitters, you want an open string pattern. I'm not logging off yet, so don't worry. I'm gonna answer some YouTube comments because I love you guys. Just gotta figure out how to clean this up. Woo. All right. There we go. Alexita, thank you. 6K, I'm happy to be with you guys at 6K subs. Obviously, I would not have been here without you guys, so all credit, in all honesty, to you and being able to find me and listen to my rants. Because I do rant from time to time, a little bit off topic, depending on how many beers I've had, right? Whoop. There we go. Okay, question is, how do I do this without completely destroying my current setup? If we're not drinking, when are we gonna have the Mark Sansa toilet live stream? Isn't that for OnlyFans? Didn't we agree on that, guys? That the toilet live stream would be for OnlyFans? I'm not using the bathroom. I'm filling up my water bottle. My bladder's not that big. So don't you guys worry. Oh, how rude of me. I didn't even do this. I know you guys like that. We're gonna have to fill beer. Yep. You bought a gamma machine, Ashley. What'd you get? Only flush. Yeah. My car's fixed. Don't worry. Now I'm gonna be switching audio here. So excuse me. I might disconnect. Okay. Much better. Yeah, sorry about that. You can hear now, I assume. Ugh. It's gonna happen eventually. Nice little bald spot right there. Oh, that's cool. I can see the back of my head. I've accepted the fact that I'm gonna grow bald eventually. It's been a good run, right? Chris McGovern, try Wilson Sensation. It's a pretty good one. Let's see. How do I get you over there? That's a good question. Actually, I don't need this one anymore. There we go. All right, back in business. With my headphones in. Welcome to the Tuesday night broadcast with some lo-fi music brought to you by Mark Sanset. We're gonna answer my YouTube comments. Because people that are number one, people that, ooh, wow. People that are D1 talent, I think Mackenzie McDonald and what's his name, John Isner exceptions. It's very hard for them to turn pro because it's such a massive difference of a lifestyle and the intensity of day-to-day stuff. Paul and Agassi, are you saying I should do meth? Okay, so what is Christian's backhand follow through? Yes. It's pretty abbreviated on the follow through. Not facts. Yeah, Mackenzie McDonald, I don't think he's ever going to win a slam, but I think he can make it to the quarters again. Or, I don't think he ever made it. I think he makes it to the quarters. Came with it. So where's this guy gatekeeping? Spray on your hair. Spray on hair. Yeah, right. I still can't find the gatekeeper, guys. Where's this gatekeeper? So meta. Oh, Chris, you used to live in Mequon. Awesome. I'm mainly at the Elite Sports Club Highlander, which is in Brookfield. And I also go to Elite Sports Club River Glen. It used to be called Le Club, all right on Good Hope Road. And then every now and then Elite Sports Club North Shore, which is pretty close to River Glen. So meta. I'm here answering you guys. I'm going through the comments because someone said they were gatekeeping with a match against either Christian or Tristan. I couldn't find it. Yeah, it used to be called the Club, right? This is Acing Tennis, one of the YouTube content creators. I'll pin this one to the top. Rock music? Maybe. Maybe. Was it JC3? JC3 has had... He's had comments, let's put it that way. I'm not gonna show my personal stats here, but So Tristan, the match against Tristan. I want the comments section. Oh, that's a, there we go. Ooh, back of the line tennis got 27 likes. I haven't checked up on this in a while. Tennis training tips at home. Planks and a lot of squats and eating well and drinking a lot of water. It's tough if you're kind of quarantined or locked down at home. Tag, I gotta take down that Discord bot. I just haven't had time. It's been, I tried to throw on a music bot. It didn't work out, so I gotta do more research. So, was it JC3 you said? Oh, okay. Wow, that's a long one. Yeah, Vince, you were here for a bit. Okay. Huh. Def not a 4-5 player either. If so, very weak area for them. Well played, though, Tristan. First serve, 6-3, blast. I mean, he's not being hostile here, right? That's... It's critiquing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yulia Putsnetsuva? Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to play MEP, Zerpenheimer. I don't. I want to, though. I'm not going to ban him. Let me read through this first. Sorry, I'm just doing some stuff right now I probably shouldn't be doing. So, I reply with cool sunglasses because I'm a nerd. Vince is saying, USTA has a pretty wide range. Absolutely. I'm basically 5-0. I would actually definitely agree with that. USTA needs to bump me up. I'm going to make most 4-5s look weak in comparison, especially if I'm not in sectionals or if there's a low-pressure situation like this. I was playing extremely well in this match. He wasn't. I was used to the indoor conditions. He wasn't. That's a point. USA shouldn't have a wide range of each station. Blows chunks on the world stage. Hold on. I'm posting on Instagram. Oh, I love this song. Okay. No, I'm not challenging. I'm just reading. I'm reading. For each station of development, that's why the US tennis blows chunks on world stage. I actually don't think that's true. Usually the NTRP rating system, it really tops out at like 5-0. I don't think there's that many 5-5 leagues. That's like semi-pro at that point. I think it really tops out at 5-0 for amateur tennis. So, like, if you are, let's say, 18 years old and you're 5-0, there's, in my opinion, you have zero chance of being the world stage if you're an 18-year-old male at 5-0. I would believe that's also similar to women. Let's see. JC3 wouldn't consider me a 5-0 at all, by the way, until hitting 75% topspin balls off the backhand and winning points. I also believe this is false because if you look at other players that slice a lot, like let's say Dan Evans is Chubby Brit,
he's obviously way above a 5-0, but he slices like 95% of his backhand. So I don't think this is a true statement. Lastly, 5-0 should not make 4-5s look weak. I would disagree with this. Unless it's a very weak 5-0 and a very strong 4-5, when the 5-0 is having a bad day and the 4-5 is having a good day. 5-0 to 5-5 is high-level D3, mid to low-level D1 for males, in my opinion, Derpenheimer. Now, see, this is where it gets a little bit hostile. Did you even read what you wrote? This is getting hot. I haven't read this thread yet. I'm reading it with you guys, right? I only commented up here 5 days ago. But this is kind of a red flag of like, hey, this is kind of getting... Scott Healy, you like... Okay, this is where like it's starting to become like almost like a personal attack. And obviously, I don't think what he's saying here is sarcasm at all. I'm just disagreeing with most of his points in this one comment from JC3. Okay, so USTA sucking, but anyone within the 4-0 to 4-5 range is technically 4-5. True, Vince Tennis. I'm agreeing, not because you're here on stream, if you're still here, but because that's true. That's what 4-0 to that's what a 4-5 level player is. You're somewhere between 4.01 and 4.5. You can't call something else until system is changed, correct? 5-0 is going to make a 4-5 look weak. I agree for 95% of this statement. Spin, pace, consistency of the player, spray more balls, get more winners hit on, and make them look worse. Correct. I did say that earlier in the stream, Vince Tennis, that it doesn't matter how many topspin balls you hit on the backhand wing. However, I will agree with JC3 that if I did hit more backhand topspins, that I would be a stronger player. But there's a distinction here. Just because I slice roughly 50% of my backhands to maybe 75% of my backhands, according to JC3, just because I'm doing that, I'm slicing that much off my backhand wing, that's not the reason why I'm a 4-5 or a low-level 5-0. All right, just want to make that distinction. Okay, sup, Vince. No percentage of topspin balls at the backhand wing to be 5-0. Nobody's winning 75% of slice point. Nobody's winning 75% of their slice points against a player of equal skill level. You have to define what slice point means, Vince Tennis. But I will agree with you, because typically if you're slicing most of the time in a point, you're completely on defense, right? And you just got to define what slice point means here, but obviously it's a forum. It's not it's a discussion in a forum post. It's not like a face-to-face like talking. By the way, thank you for, showing me this, because I think it's important to talk about this. There's slice points against a player of equal skill level. There are players in AT Tour, they got on my slice backhand. Yes, Feliciano Lopez. Okay, getting a little spicy here, but you're not the one that started it. He's the one that started the... Did you even read what you wrote? That's the point. Slice isn't winning anything. No one uses it except Steve Johnson, Dan Evans, Feliciano Lopez. Only reason Lopez is getting away with it, he's 37, he's crashing and bashing the net. He's lefty, yeah, I'll agree with him on that. 4-5s and 5-0s, mostly patterns and point construction. Let me think about this. I will disagree with JC3 here on the only minor difference between true 4-5s and true 5-0s is patterns and point construction. Patterns and point construction, in my opinion, is a part of it, but I think, and this is my opinion, right, from what I've seen as a singles tennis player in 4-5, the biggest difference between a true 4-5 and 5-0, it might be the patterns and point construction, but in my opinion, its 5-0s are much more comfortable finishing a point at the net. 4-5s in singles typically like to stay at the baseline, right? Again, let me know if you guys agree with that sentiment for those of you that have played 4-5 in the chat. Let me know what you guys think about that. There could be one or two weapons, one weapon or two versus maybe 3 for a 5-0. Eyeball tests is a pattern coming off the... I guess, yeah, I'll agree with him on that. The 4-5 in a good one is reactionary or neutral tennis so they can attempt to strike. If you think differently, I'm sorry. Someone expected so little of your tennis skills to bump you up. Okay. A little choppy. Oh, this is a long one. The fact that the slice is viable at the pro level. The difference between 4 and 5-0, 4-5 and 5-0 is not simply point construction or patterns. I agree with this one, Vince. Both levels can vary greatly in racket skills. And tennis IQ. Oh yeah, tennis IQ. That's, well, that probably has something to do with patterns. I mean, they're not mutually exclusive in my opinion. Players like MEP demonstrate this rather easily, yes, because he just gets balls back. A little feisty here. I guess your last point was somewhat poorly worded dig at me. Lame. Woo! All right. Okay, so this guy is saying that he simply wouldn't lose to MEP. Okay, sounds like a challenge. I don't know if it's a serious challenge, but challenge. He has nothing to hurt me. Okay, let's say he's confident. He's a confident character, this JC3. He's rated 4-5 because of fitness and consistency. Skill set wise, 3-0-3-5 at best. Fitness and consistency being primary weapons. I could use only one of my weapons and beat players all day. Woo. Confident to say the least. It's not what you possess as a weapon. It's also what you don't allow as a weakness. Okay, I agree with that. He doesn't have to hit a winner backhand all day, but you won't break it down either. 4-5 is going to miss a few of those rally shots. We can agree to disagree all day. Oh, that's like the nicest thing he said all forum. Just because they're rated a certain level doesn't mean they should be there. And the commenting referring to someone caring so little about anyone's game they bumped up, they should be for profit. I'm not profiting off of being a 4-5. I've never tanked a match. Just, guys, in case you haven't, I have never tanked a tennis match, okay? Which is why Mark thinks he's a 5-0. Ooh, this is a challenge. I wouldn't lose to Mark either, by the way. Yeah, this dude is writing essays. Okay, so he's stating that he would never... Alright, in his words, JC3 simply wouldn't lose to MEP. Saying, I wouldn't lose to Mark either, by the way. When I got first rated as a 5-0 in the early 90s, it's to go through all hour-long process with a certified coach to get rated. That doesn't happen anymore, by the way. That was, I think that got rid in the late 90s. The MEPs of UST aren't actually playing 4-5s either. Okay. Fitness used to be part of the eval to get higher rated. Growing tennis at any level, especially grassroots, is near and dear to me. It's near and dear to me too. Don't get me wrong. That's me and JC3 agree on that. Growing shitty tennis players, however, is not. All right. Winning and possessing sound tennis skills are mutually exclusive. I disagree on that. The USTA should really take a look at the winning isn't everything philosophy. At amateur levels, yes. At professional levels, no. Because in my opinion, as a pro, winning is everything. Unless you have a huge following on social media like Camila Giorgi, etc., etc. This will mean time and investment in all their players, so it's profit margins. I don't understand this eating the profit margin. He's mentioned that several times towards me. I'm not profiting off anything for my tennis matches other than recording. I know in my heart that I'm a 5-0 player, and when a younger, strong 5-0 to 6-0 D1 level for sure. Awesome. Good for him. He used to be a very high level player, and he still is. Nothing wrong with that. Played in 1 open draws. Awesome. Good. I'm fortunate enough to have lost to a lot of truly excellent, hardworking players in my life, but I never lost to a player above me and thought, geez, why does her game look so different than mine? In my opinion, highly unlikely, but okay, maybe this guy's just very good at self-awareness. Yeah, Ming Daddy, that's kind of what I got the feeling. Like a chasm I had to overcome. Oh, he's getting poetic here. I beat up players, a lot of players that think I'm a pro, and I had to laugh so ridiculously hard. I can hang with 6-0 players all day. That doesn't mean I'm beating them up. And at 4-5, it should kind of be that way. If Tennis in America is really doing its job, MEP of the 4-5s and operating would be these glorious Fabrice Santoros. I love Fabrice Santoro. Love me some Fabrice. Can't skill wizards. Of all court play versus albeit fit, horribly crafted games living across America. Yes, I'll play MEP or Mark anytime. Alright. Again. Confidence. This guy's got a lot of confidence. Just to clarify, Mark is not the one claiming to be 5-0. Absolutely. I've never claimed to be a 5-0. I'm saying I probably would be considered a 5-0 by most people's standards, but I've never actually said, hi, I'm Mark Sanset. I am a 5-0 in TRP, because my NTRP, I've stated this on stream several times, there are days where I might be looking like a 5-0, but according to the USTA's NTRP rating system, I am a 4-5. But according to the UTR's translation, I believe my UTR right now is a 9.24, the UTR's translation says I should be a mid-level 5-5 in NTRP, but, or sorry, a mid-level 5-0. I misspoke. But I am a 4-5 USTA NTRP singles tennis player. Okay. It's more of a community consensus that him being a 4-5, 5-0 border. Yes, that's exactly what I said. I'm intrigued by your idea of winning isn't everything rating system. If you bumped someone like MEP down because his strokes are ugly, how would that solve anything? Nothing. MEP is like 7-2 at number 2 singles in 4-5 Atlanta. He would be like 9-0 at the 4-0 level, in my opinion. Absolutely. It's not about strokes. It's whether you can win or not. You'd be torturing lower level players less equipped to handle the game. Let me refresh because it's not loading the... What I'm assuming is going to be even more shit posting on the bottom. Like, these paragraphs from JC3 are so freaking long that it's not even loading on this webpage. So I'm actually, let me go to it. I gotta get going in about 10 minutes. Okay, where's this Martin Luther of Tennis Warehouse comments? Or where's the Martin Luther of this tennis comments? There we go. 10 replies. Oh yeah, Ming Deity. MEP would tear apart 4-0s. Okay. Okay. Winnings and everything implies that eventually the technical divide will be insurmountable. Oh, that's a big word. At Mount, premature bump player to the MEPs peter out and are fodder. Man, this guy does not like MEP at all. Ugly or not, I'm talking about simple aesthetics. But the thing is, rating systems aren't about aesthetics. It's not how pretty your strokes look. That's my biggest issue with these type of statements. However, arguably technically superb, right? Too risky for me. I'm speaking sound technique that allows a person to compete at the level. Do I agree that because of techniques, you're gonna eventually, like, you know, reach a ceiling? Absolutely. But you can't bump someone down like MEP. How many shots tonight? 0. I'm sober tonight. If you're bumping down MEP just because of his strokes from, you know, 4.5 to 4.0, that's no good for anybody just because of strokes. Bump him down if he has a losing record, which he doesn't. He's 7-2 in, I believe, 2019 last year. I'm talking about MEP. I cannot tell you how many guys I speak to absolutely regret getting bumped up. Not ready. Holy cow, these guys are good. I don't know how to unmess with what the USA has done to the American recreational tennis. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm most definitely not disagreeing with that with JC3. Saying that the beauty and the pleasure of the game and all of its variety being lost. Okay, but bumping someone down because of unorthodox techniques isn't going to solve that, JC3. I cannot tell you how many people I speak to after watching horrible and effective strokes tell me that they have extensive lessons and are 4.0, 4.5, even 5.0 players, and you're like, what the hell? Who let you down? Okay. It's just sad that for the love of the game, I'm all for winning ugly and make them hit one more ball, but one-dimensional game members are bringing these eventually going to tell someone sooner rather than later and then leave them begging. Oh, he's got to have the final word. What's up, Karen? Lastly, as the teacher of the game, Mark isn't not saying that he isn't one either. That's a lot of negatives. Okay. Which he what? Okay. And lastly, as a teacher of the game, Mark isn't not saying that he's not. I'm hoping there's a typo in there. I'm just going to skim over it. What's up, Dat Boy? Which he should if he knows he is not. False picture of what good looks like at the level. Same bamboozle USTA is doing. I think Mark's ego won't allow him to admit that to himself, though. Yeah, PEM does. Permutations, exponentials, multiple division, addition, subtracting. Yeah, this... I want to say he was typing on his phone, but he couldn't have written half of the U.S. Constitution in a forum post on a YouTube comment section with a phone. Is that triple negative? Mark isn't not saying that he isn't one either. Okay, that's 3. Which he should if he knows he is not. That's poetry. Okay, so I'm gonna reply to this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna say, hey, JC3, thanks for the discussion. Do you want to play singles match sometime this summer when both of us are free and are able? Pandemic. Logistics. ETC. That's pretty friendly, right? That's pretty fair. Exposed? We'll see. I mean, is he a keyboard warrior? I mean, this sounds like keyboard warrior kind of stuff. But I'm reaching out there within the olive branch, say, hey, you know, again, thanks for discussion. Would love to play a match against you if you're able to. So, we'll see. Okay, guys. My opinion is better than, yep. Exactly, Mr. Zippy. So I gotta get going. Getting sushi with my girlfriend. So if you guys have enjoyed this, hit like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And if you guys actually like me just watching, going through the, not just because this is like borderline keyboard warrior hostile. I'm not saying it is. It seems like it though. If you guys just enjoy me watching or reading through comments and giving my advice on, you know, these forum type of posts, let me know in the comment down section below. I could make this like kind of a new content thing. I have no problem doing that. It's actually pretty easy to present to you guys in live stream format. So if you guys haven't already, hit like and hit subscribe. I'll have more match play and review stuff out later this coming week. And as always, guys, happy hitting.